So I think I spoke about the deliverables around the roadmap and a high-level timeline. So this is basically the date and time which we intend to release this. So the primary CAX listing is something that we are looking at this week, within this week, in fact, and this 1st September and 15th September. The testnet is going to get launched by 15th and mainnet just 10 days after that, which is 25th of September. Token to coin migration is planned from 25th to 31st of October. Listing of coins from 31st of October onwards on the major exchange sites. This again a part of our team is vigorously working on. There's ecosystem release, there's token vesting that we're going to support, which is coming up, and then there's a mining reward per block, which is going to be 5 HYP coin on the mainnet, which will eventually reduce after 3 years, but it'll for the first 3 years it's going to be a 5 HYP coins. There was a question I remember when someone asked if there is any reward for the testnet as well, and yes, there would be rewards around testnet as well. All right, I think this brings us to the end of the presentation. These are some of the URLs that you can access, learn more about us. As you can see, we are there on Telegram, Twitter. The code of our blockchain is already uploaded in GitHub that anyone can go and review. We are already KYC docs audited by Interfi, and our the code behind, or the smart contract behind our token is SAFU compliant.
Excellent.
I think this is it. So I'll give the stage back to you. Yeah.
That's okay, man. I don't mind presentations. I can backseat for a little while. It's nice every once in a while not to have to speak 24/7, right? Okay, so
Yes.
let's go over some finer tuned details a little bit here. I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about your guys' team. I didn't really hear you talk too much about your team. Most specifically, how many core team members, how you guys sort of know each other, and of course, how long you guys have actually been putting together the project for.
So the project, the planning on the project was there for quite a while, but we were launched on 11th of April this year, and we took some time to get all of these things done around, the SAFU authentication and then validation with the audits and all of that before we started with EMAs and coming out. Uh, Team-wise, we have a total of 8 developers, 4 senior developers, and 4 junior developers. A good portion of junior developers are also there from India, and this again from a cost efficiency standpoint. Um, from a founder perspective, there are 4 of us. I'm one of the founder who works who looks into basically the presentation and marketing side of things. So people in our Telegram channel must have been seeing me for quite a while now, since we have had MA sessions, and we have had multiple MA sessions in a day. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right. And what about, is this your guys' first blockchain project that you guys have been putting together? Have you sort of worked on other projects before, or,
This is indeed our first blockchain project, but we have worked in industries which deal with blockchain technology, so we have a fair idea how this works. But project wise, yes, as founders, this is our first blockchain project. Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's a few finer details that I'd sort of like to ask about your guys' private sales. I do know that you guys had your fair launch. I'm actually on your pink sale page right now. You guys raised 1,623 BNB roughly. Like that's a massive amount of BNB. So I kind of want to cover where some of that money is going to be going. So let's start out with your guys' private sale. So you did have some sort of seed sale or private sale. Was it only one round? Was it a couple?
We did not have any private sale. We started with the fair launch.
Oh, okay. Because I did notice on your guys' roadmap there, it did say private sale or seed sale or something that was on there.
Okay. But no,
Yeah.
we didn't go for a private
Okay.
sale. We started with the fair launch right away, and since we're SAFU compliant, a good percentage of the tokens are also locked, as you know how SAFU works. So keeping the interest of the investors, a good percentage of the tokens are locked right away. So yeah, this
Okay.
from a safety perspective, we're quite safe. Yeah, that way.
Right. Okay, so 1,623 BNB, which you guys had raised. Scrolling down the page, I am just on the pink sale page. I just want to go over the token metrics. I want to go over how much is going into liquidity. So, of course, 65% of your raised funds is going to be going into liquidity, and then there's another 35% there that's sitting there. I'm wondering where that's going.
35% of our.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
you guys raised 1,622.
Right, right.
65% is going to be going into liquidity when you guys launch on PancakeSwap. There's
Mm-hmm.
another 35% of the BNB that is going. Where is that going to be allocated to?
There's Okay, so there is some percentage of that which would, I think 7% of some 21,000 something tokens would be released from the month of October so that we can invest on our mainnet, which is what we are looking at. And we are also the funds that we make right now. We are mainly focusing around getting us listed in the CACs, and then we have plans for the infrastructure around the testnet and mainnet launch, some of the marketing side of things. So for all of that.
Okay, so just that extra BNB. Let me just do a little bit of quick math here. So let me open up my calculator. So 1,623 times 0.65 equals 1,054 BNB would be going into the liquidity pool. So that leaves roughly 600 BNB or so that BNB that's going to be going to. So you said sort of marketing, and you said development, and you did say a few other things there. Is that what you were talking about? You did mention token supply. I wasn't really talking about token supply.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think you did say that it was sort of going towards marketing and development.
Mostly marketing, development, CACs listing, and the infrastructure side of things for
Okay.
the testnet, mainnet launch, and the ecosystem that I just spoke about.
Right. Okay. So let's take a scroll down the page and let's actually go into those token metrics a little bit more. So, 33% of your token supply was allocated to the presale. You have 21%, which is going to liquidity. Team tokens, you guys have 24%. So I want to cover those in just a second here. Ecosystem
Mm-hmm.
investor rewards, 20%. And then you have an
Mm-hmm.
airdrop, which is 1%, and unlocked tokens, 0.6. So right off the bat, let's just cover those unlocked tokens. 0.6%, it's not a whole bunch, but what are those going to be used for?
The 0.6% of tokens are listed for. Can I just open that up? All right, so we have allocation around pre-sales, we have allocation on liquidity, we have okay, so the team token is like I mentioned that this team token is going to be released. A certain percentage of the team token is only going to be released, which is precisely 7% from the month of October, not right away. And this is again going to go towards our development initiatives. And then you had a question around okay, the ecosystem, which is for 20%. There's an airdrop, and then pre-sale, and
Mhm.
there's the unlocked ones, right? Yeah. So which is
Yeah.
the 0.664%. Yeah, these are unlocked
Mhm.
typically.
It's not a huge amount, but I'm just wondering what you guys
Yeah.
are going to be doing with those.
This is again the unlocked amount is also like for some of the initiatives in the metaverse project like Google Glasses and HoloLens, right? There's a concept of requirement for device purchase and all of that. So in a way that on those infrastructure side of things, since we're coming with a ecosystem and not just as you can see, this is not a token project, it's a blockchain, and plus we're coming with the ecosystem at the same time. So we need to we have done this segregation that way and just planned just in case if we did not have enough funds raised, then we wanted to plan things out accordingly, and all of this
Oh,
needs to be specified earlier when you are doing the SAFU contracting. So
all
this
right.
is basically yeah.
So from what you said, there wasn't a definite answer there, but I'm going to assume those unlocked tokens are going to be for what the team decides to do with them. If they need to have some spare funds, or if they need to do some kind of community activity or something like that,
Mm-hmm,
those are set
mm-hmm,
aside
mm-hmm.
for you to just be able to use. right?
That is correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What about the 1% airdrop tokens? So who is eligible for that airdrop, or what are those for?
So airdrops are basically these were the rewards that we had, right? And there were some competitions done, and there were some airdrops when people went ahead and did the advertisements. So we collect the data who were doing the maximum of all these advertisements, and accordingly this 1% is given to them. So there's a segregation around it.
Oh, okay. So you guys had some kind of community activity that was getting
Oh
your
yes, yes.
community involved.
I'm sorry. I took that slide off because we are already off the the fair launch is already completed.
That's
So,
fair.
but yeah,
That
yeah.
that is fair. I just like to know where sort of those tokens are going. So just to confirm one more time, you guys had a community event where people participated in whatever they were doing. Now they're going to be allocated 1% of the supply. They're going to get an airdrop on launch. Do you know roughly how
Correct.
many people are going to get that airdrop?
This is something our admins are now assessing because the launch was completed just yesterday, and there's this upcoming pancake swap listing. So we're kind of busy, and with all the shilling rewards and all of other rewards that I think mentioned here somewhere. Uh, uh, yes, a percentage of our admins are actually working on this. So we don't. I don't have the exact number right away. How many of the people are going to get this? But yes, that there's work done in that. So I think in the beginning of my presentation, I said that maybe 2 to 3 days when all these rewards and airdrops and all of this would be available
Okay.
or distributed. In
Um,
other words, yeah.
All right. Is there any place that we're able to find out, about that airdrop a little bit more? It's not a huge amount of the supply. It doesn't really
Hmm.
matter, but I do like when I'm going into projects, when I'm going to invest into something, I do like to know, who's going to be controlling supply. And if it's one person, if it's five people that are getting that 1%, it's just something that I would want to know. But like I said, 1% isn't very
Hmm.
much. So let's just
Yeah.
continue on here. So into the team tokens a little bit. Yeah, I am aware 24% of the entire supply for the team is quite a lot. It's quite a lot, let's be honest. You
Hmm.
do have
Hmm.
that vesting period, and the first release date is going to be on TGE is 7% that you guys are going to be getting, and the
Hmm.
next unlock time is going to be on October. So
Hmm.
one thing that I like to ask when
Yes.
it comes to team tokens is for
Hmm.
transparency, what are you guys going to be doing with those tokens? Will you be selling them off the chart? Like, when it comes to team tokens, it's a very delicate situation. If the community knows that you guys say, hey,
Yeah.
we're about to sell these tokens, they're gonna not be
Hmm.
super comfortable. What is your
Hmm.
guys' game plan?
Right. So for many of the listing activities at times, CAX listing and all, when you do so they basically look for tokens at time at the very beginning, which is what we are looking at. So we from that perspective, we have kept a very small percentage of tokens coming in, which is 7%. Again, and that comes from the month of October, not right away, not after the fair launch or something. And in between there is I think good enough period where we have already cited that there are a lot of deliverables which are coming in from our side in the month of September itself. So
Okay.
that alone should give enough time for our investors to validate us that if we are able to deliver on our timelines, and yeah, we will be
Okay.
investing that accordingly.
All right. So let me see here. Then the next piece of pie is going to be the ecosystem investor rewards. Now that's going to be going to power the staking pools. That's going to go to power any of the other utilities that you guys are going to be providing that sort of needs a little bit of the token allocation. So that's
Mhm.
excellent. We can get into that a little bit more when we sort of talk about the utilities further. But scrolling up the page, yes, you guys do have the SAFU badge, the audit, and the KYC badges, and I can see that you guys have gone through InterFi, which is excellent. Partner of PinkSale,
Mhm.
and of course, you guys are
Mhm.
KYC'd with InterFi. Is there any other platforms that you guys KYC'd with as well, or is that just PinkSale, or sorry, InterFi?
It's Interfi at the moment, and the smart contracts behind the token is SAFU validated or SAFU compliant. When we come up with our blockchain, obviously that also will also.
Okay, so you guys get the gist of what an AMA is. They're pretty much That's pretty much what I do when I vet projects. I'm going through everything. I'm looking at the token supply. I'm asking them questions about their team and what their vision is. So when you like a project and you're waiting for something to launch, joining an AMA can give you a better feel for the project. And if you truly like it, and that could that could change your opinion as an investor. You know, if you're only going to invest maybe $50, but you really like this project, as long as it's within your risk parameters, you may want to double your investment or triple it, you know, depending on if everything that's matching up between your own research, our research, and then hearing from the actual team and what their plans are.
Like even though it is going as a reward to the holders, they would still want the taxes to come down. So we made this drastic change from that much to just 1% for marketing, 2% for marketing in case of buy and sell, and for transfer this as zero BNB now.
Okay. Just trying to, man, I was trying to find out where I saw that. I'm going through you guys' white paper right now. I'm just not seeing where I saw it. It doesn't really matter though. So 1% buy and 2% sell that you guys have set aside, that's going to be going towards the marketing. You did mention that you have some centralized exchange listings that are going to be coming up in the future. I don't see where you guys are going to be getting the supply from to allocate over to a centralized exchange. There's no pieces of pie in your guys' pink cell page that is allocated for CEXs.
Oh, for the CAX listing, the percentage that is going around marketing for us, I think a big portion of marketing is also getting listed in some of the major CAX sites. So we are targeting for one of the major CAX sites this week, and then two more in the coming week, and that's our plan. So the percent that you see towards marketing, this is also going to be for us. Marketing right now is mainly to get CAX listing based on the feedbacks that we have got in our channel, Telegram channel, where there was
Yeah,
a lot of
I don't
questions
know if
around
he's
if you
talking
guys were listed
about
in CAX, that would
the team
instill more
tokens, because team
confidence,
tokens are
and
broken up for
this is one of
marketing
the
as
key
well.
things that we're looking at.
So you guys are just using that 1% and 2% buy and sell transaction to accumulate tokens to go onto a centralized exchange?
And we would also have outside the 65%, which is locked as per SAFU, there would also be a few more tokens, right? So when you go for listing with CAX and you aren't trading in the form of coins, they would ask for tokens as well. So we have kept a backup in that direction as well, from that aspect as well.
Sorry, which reservoir?
So there's this 65% of tokens which are locked, right? And which is as per SAFU, we locked in the interest of the users. It doesn't get released to us, right? So there's a certain percentage of tokens when it gets listed in the pink sales swap. We're gonna generate some volume. We're gonna get some currency, or so to say, or make some money around it, and that portion also will be listed for or used whether for our upcoming plans like CAX listing or the infra that we are looking at, and all of this. Though we have as a backup, we did have some private funding with us already, just considering that, let's say, we don't make so much in the fair launch, but the amount that we have made, which is fair enough right now. So I think we should be able to achieve whatever we have mentioned there.
Okay, I'm not going to lie to you, Deb. I don't really understand where those centralized exchange tokens are coming from. You said that there's locked tokens 65%, but I don't see those in your token allocation anywhere. But anyway, I think we can move past it, but I don't see those tokens. I don't know where those are coming from. You have the ecosystem investor rewards 20%. You have the team tokens, which makes a total of 24%. That added together is only 44%. The rest of it is to the airdrop and the unlocked tokens,
So
and
there
then the
would be
pre-sale and
team.
liquidity.
Right, right. So there would be team tokens and user deposits, right? So this aspect also will be used for the whitelisting.
Okay. Okay, so let's continue on here. So let's get back into, so we talked about the buy and sell taxes, KYC and audit. We just sort of went over the token allocation there a little bit more. So your guys are going to be having your testnet available on the 1st of September. So that's going to be, what is that, in 2 days, something like
That's
that. So that's
15th
excellent.
of no, that's 15th of September. Testnet is
I
on
thought,
15th of September and mainnet is on 25th of September.
do you have your slide there, Andy?
Sure. There you go. Testnet
Okay.
launch 15th of September and mainnet on 25th of September.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Primary CEX listing, 1st of September to the 15th, to the 15th of September. All right. Yeah. So that's must have been what I was looking at when I saw that 1st of September. Okay. My mistake. Yeah. So 15th of September is when the testnet's going to be available. Mainnet's going to be available on the 25th of September. We sort of talked a little bit, my home is the BSC space. I mainly trade on the BSC network. I do a little bit of Ethereum trading. So I'm not the best person to sort of dig into the details about blockchain and how it all works, but I am very familiar with my MetaMask and I sort of know how that works. So, you can go onto your MetaMask, you can upload the mainnet, you can get engaged onto there, and you can start doing some bridging over to other networks. Am I going to be able to use my MetaMask, or do I have to use a special wallet to access your guys's blockchain?
So we intend to have this integration with other wallets as well, wherein you would be able to use the MetaMask or the wallet that you have used at the time of, let's say, fair launch. You would be able to use that wallet. Yes.
Okay, so I am going to be
Because
able to use.
our wallet is going to come later, so we cannot have the dependency right away. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's a later part.
And I think most people, it's great that you guys are going to be having your own wallet that's going to be integrating into your project. It makes everything easier. I'm sure you have some aspects about your wallet that will make everything on your guys' blockchain easier, which is exciting. But a lot of people are used to their MetaMask. They trust their MetaMask. They're happy using it. So the fact that they can still use that is massive.
Oh, of course, they can. Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so we sort of went, we went over all the fine tune details there about the speed of it, the scalability, the fees that you're going to be covering. So you did say it's a zero fee blockchain?
So we would be giving that option where you can run transactions even with zero gas. Although although if you put some gas, you put some tokens or coins for that, that would be given as a preference. But we will give users option to run zero transactions, zero gas based transactions as well. So right now, I think some of the wallets that you just mentioned, MetaMask or Trust, I think they don't give you that zero transaction.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty cool. Zero gas fee. That you don't really ever see that. I think there's only ever been one other project that came onto one of our AMAs, and we've hosted a lot of AMAs, and they said that they had zero transaction fees, which it just blew my mind when they said that. But here we are again. So that's very interesting. I got to dig into that a little bit more. I have no idea how that works, but that's crazy. Blockchain tools, I'm not going to pretend that I have any idea what those blockchain tools are. I've said it many times on these AMA guys. I'm not the one to go into fine-tune details. I'm not a developer. I won't pretend to know anything about that. But maybe for people that are developers in here, can you just go over those tools that you guys are going to be providing a little bit?
Let me just go back.
I know you guys are gonna be mad at me because I'm mad at myself.
So these are the dApps that we are offering, right? So there's e-farming, there's NFT, which is basically a marketplace which will give you the platform for users for image, audio, and video. It will also be API. API is basically I'm using short-term emojis or application programming interface. In other words, a framework which will allow developers to create items on top of the platform. MetaWorld is nothing but Metaverse is a technology which already exists, and MetaWorld is our naming convention around the Metaverse technology that we're going to use for our blockchain, which is Hyperon. It's going to be 2D. It'll support 2D and 3D with Web 5, MetaWorld, with Google Classes and Microsoft Lens support. A payment gateway. There's again another dApp which is going to sit on top of our ecosystem. So this will allow users and merchants to make transactions, and the payments would not be limited to just crypto, but it'll also allow fiat currency. In other words,
Now that's pretty
traditional
cool.
currency.
Is that fiat system going to be integrated into your guys' wallet in any way?
Yes, this is one of the
All right, so
items
we're
that we
gonna set
want to
our alarms for
integrate so
those
that
that are on here for
both of
the
this is
Forex
possible.
live session. We're gonna
So
set our
this is
what we want price to
payment or
notifies
the
to get
wallet
in.
is basically, if you look at our roadmap item, it's between January and March, which is why, because this requires a lot of work in the background. So we didn't release or plan it for this quarter or the upcoming quarter. So it's for January and March quarter.
Sorry, I missed that. That's when the wallet and the Hyperion Pay is going to be coming out, is January of next year?
January to March, yes. That is our high level timeline where we want to release this, yes.
Okay, let's get into some stuff that, tangible things that a lot of investors were used to talking about, staking, yield farming, your NFTs, how those are going to sort of fit into your guys' ecosystem. So one of the main things that I like to ask when it comes to sustainability of an overall project is, when any kind of project has yield farming or staking, I like to ask what sort of the return is going to be. So, we're going to purchase into your fair launch. You guys are going to launch. First question right off the bat, is that staking going to be available for people to get into those vaults immediately?
For support for staking would be available, yes, and that will also be within our yield farming. But this is going to be after some time, not right away. After some time.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that, just to confirm, that is going to be available right away?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's not
Now,
going to be available right away. After some time. Yeah.
Oh, after some time. Okay, so all right. Since it's going to be available a little bit down the line, then do you know the finer tuned details of those staking pools? Is it going to be lock times? What is the APY going to be? What is the return looking like?
I think this is once we start generating some trading volume, this is which will allow us to better make a judgment around this and put some number around it.
Okay. All right. There is a lot of people that like to get into projects, and they like to look at it from an investment and passive income opportunity, as well as, NFTs and whatever other utilities that you guys are going to be providing, like your metaverse, which is great. So, the first thing that you guys are going to be launching, it seems to me, is going to be your test net for your guys' blockchain, which is fine. That is what, after all, you guys are. So what is sort of, while we're waiting for that mainnet to come out on the 15th, there's going to be no staking. There's going to be no yield farming. Is there going to be anything that is going to be before that investors can look forward to? And there might not be, and that's okay if that's the case, but it's just a question.
Yeah, but not right away. I'm sorry. So this is gonna be like as per the roadmap, and so the testnet and getting ourselves listed in the KEX. These are the key things that we are aiming at right now.
Okay. All right. So don't have a lot of information on the yield farming of the staking pools, the NFT workplace,
There would be one thing so testing environment, live testing by users. This is something which would be available, which is when the testnet is launched, and there would be some rewards around that as well.
Sorry, what will be available when testnet launches? Split some rewards.
A testing environment, first thing first, of course, because right now, we did get that feedback that there's nothing that they can go and directly verify if you do not have a development background. We have uploaded our code in Git, but not everyone can go and assess it. So there were this point. So yes, when the testnet is launched, users or investors would be able to go and test out our dApps. So which is hardly 15 to 17 days away now.
All right. And that's literally anybody it's just totally open to the public. Anybody can go onto that testnet, try it out, and it's all good to go? Or do you have to?
Yes, The testnet bit, yes, we intend to keep it open and people can try, because that is also kind of an advertisement, if I might add. So people
Mhm.
can go and test it out, and that basically instills confidence in the users or potential investors, so to say.
Okay. So I did want to sort of talk a little bit about your guys' NFT workspace. Now, what does that mean? What is an NFT workspace?
So NFT workspace, it's basically I would say a workplace or a marketplace where these NFTs would be available in the form of images, audio, and video. And there's a framework. The framework bit is more from the development perspective, wherein the APIs to make this possible would be available for developers, so they would be able to write dApps on top of it. And the kind of APIs which is there is like the API for buying, selling, creating NFTs, and it would have capability to have a third-party collaboration website as well.
Okay. It's a very basic question. Are you guys going to have your own NFT collection?
We would have some, images and characters. So yes, we are going to have our own NFT collection. Yeah. Correct.
Would they integrate into your guys' ecosystem in any way?
The NFT is part of our ecosystem, right? So the NFT is going to sit. It is one of the dApp which sits on top of our ecosystem on the blockchain. So yes,
Oh, okay, but
and people will
my,
also be able to, yeah, go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
no, that's okay. Go ahead.
So
Okay.
that there would also be like a cross
Hey, Julie, are you
blockchain
there?
NFT transfer. I think, yeah, okay, I jotted that point out. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So basically what my question was is,
Yes.
for a lot of projects, I know
I
that
just
not every
posted
project is the same,
a
don't get me wrong.
stealth,
I'm
which
just
is a
trying to wrap
gamble.
my head
Go
around
ahead
it.
and throw a
If you
point
guys
one
were to
on
have your own NFT collection, a lot of the times
Okay, where did you put it?
usable in one of your
Telegram.
utilities. Like if you
Okay.
hold an NFT, you have access to
I'll put
X,
it in
or
ours
if you
too.
hold an NFT, you can stake it for some extra passive income. So that's what I was just trying to get out of it. If you're selling an NFT collection, what is going to be the purpose of your NFTs other than just trading it back and forth?
Staking, yes, that's something that we are going to support. It would obviously have the option of trading where people can decide a price and then trade the NFTs accordingly. That would be there. Plus, just since we're talking about NFTs, I would just like to add that people who have invested up to 2 BNB during our fair launch would also be getting NFTs. So I think I may have put that in this slide. So as and when our NFT project is launched, that NFT would be accessible to them.
Okay. Being on your guys' main website, I'm just, the majority of the information that I like to talk about is right on the main website, usually in most projects. So I just took a little bit of a scroll here. Hyperon features. So, safe and secure is where you can read. That's the first headline. You have a governance system. So it doesn't say anywhere a DAO system, but is that what you guys are leaning towards? Is more of a DAO system, or is this just a governance system?
So that is from algorithm wise, that is DPoS, right? Which is the delegated proof of stake that we're going to use. Um, your question was basically this DPoS is based out of voting and consensus based algorithm where people get to vote who gets to perform the validation, and there are a total of 21 validators or validating nodes available. So that's how it works.
Okay. So this isn't what I think it is. This isn't like sort of a voting system for the direction of the project or where to take the marketing or anything. This is something to do with you guys' blockchain.
Mhm.
Is that right? Okay. Sorry. Like I said, man, I I
That is
live in
correct.
the
That is correct. I'm
BSC
sorry. Yeah,
space. I
yeah.
live on the
I
ETH
have no
space,
problem.
but other than me bridging my tokens across, I'm not the best person to get super deep into the fine-tuned details of a blockchain. Let's just be real here. I'm going to be totally transparent. I just don't have the knowledge to sort of go in that depth. I'm sure that most people do. I'm sure a lot of people in here do, and that's great. That's exactly why we're hosting these AMAs, so we can get as much information as we can, and then when they have to go and dig a little bit deeper, they're able to sort of do that. So excellent. Sort of talked about that governance thing. That's to do with the blockchain, guys, so I don't really know how that works, but proof of stake, you guys can look that up right on Google. I did sort of research it a couple times, but it's very over my head. Free developer tool set, so we sort of covered that. There is going to be some tools that you guys can use to develop different smart contracts, hashed file storage. You know, like once again, I'm not going to pretend I know what that means. NFT and market metaverse that we sort of just talked about. Metaverse, let's get into that a bit. What is sort of the timeline to see a metaverse that is going to be coming out?
So metaverse is, again, I think it's in the two side of things, right? And just since you mentioned metaverse and that there's some costing related questions, I'm sorry, I may have not clarified earlier. So there was point around, you know, you must have seen MS and Google Lens is again a device that is for sale and purchase, and that will happen. It's upcoming for device integration if it's already there.
Okay. Your web wallet, we sort of talked a little bit about that. Is that going to be a browser extension? Is that going to be on your phone? How do you sort of access that wallet? I know it's a little bit down the line, but
Okay, so this is gonna be phone. This is what we have thought of, but I think giving a support via, you know, phone and a Windows application. This is what we are thinking in the direction of, just so that we can integrate some of the security elements or some of the coding around security elements into the application, make it more secure. So we are, as of now, we're thinking of making it phone and Windows application based.
okay. Financial dApps, that's just right on your guys' main page there too. Connecting DeFi financing with real world finance. That's going to be your fiat on ramp that you were sort of talking about. It's going to be integrated into your web wallet as well, which is great. Then you have the Hyperion bridge, the staking, yield farming, NFT workspace. So when it comes to that Hyperon bridge, multi-chain blockchain supported decentralized bridge to transfer coins from one blockchain to another. How many different chains are you going to support on that bridge?
So the aim is basically that we are able to support the major blockchains, and as much as possible keep it, you know, we'll try to cover basically leading EVM based, if I have to answer this in that way.
Okay.
So all the leading EVM based blockchains would be supported. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see here. There was something that I was just about to ask. It was on the tip of my tongue and I completely lost it there. Damn. It was a good one too. That's okay. Covered your staking pools. You don't have a whole lot of information on the APY or how much we're going to be able to sort of receive from that. Yield farming is the same deal. The NFT workplace. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. What about that metaverse? 2D and 3D VR. Let's get into that. Google Lens, Microsoft HoloLens you're going to be able to use for that metaverse. Let me just look at you guys' roadmap. When is that plan? That's going to be in 2023, isn't it? That the metaverse would sort of be coming out?
Yeah, around that time, yeah.
Have you guys started working on it yet?
So we do have the you know, the code ready, the backend code, right? But we will be looking into getting the devices and then testing it out, since we still have some time with us. So let me just say that it's in the development phase as of now. Yeah.
Okay. Now, one thing that I never really understood when it comes to the own blockchain and launching on another chain is, you know, what the benefit to doing that is. So you guys are launching on the BSC network. When you guys go onto your mainnet, how are investors on the BSC side? What's going to happen to them? Like, are they going to be able to migrate their tokens over at any point, or like how does it work? What's the point of launching on the BSC side?
So we'll move, or we'll basically migrate 70% of the token to the mainnet. So there would certainly be by that time appreciation for the tokens. having all this planned activities, completed, like listing them the CACs and all. So that there would certainly be some appreciation for the investment. And 70% of our tokens will be migrated on the mainnet, and 30% will be used by the ecosystem on the BSC blockchain.
Okay. Let me ask you a really simple question. When are you guys actually planning on launching? Did you say, no, you never actually, I don't think you mentioned that. You might have, but I missed it.
So when you say launching, you mean the blockchain, right? So the testnet is set to launch on.
No. I already know that.
Yeah,
I just mean on the
sorry.
BSC network. That's okay. I just wanted to clarify before we launched into any additional details. Just on the BSC network. So you've done your fair launch on Pink Sale. When do you actually plan to launch?
We're gonna be there in the ping swap or the pancake swap, by today, and we have already started working 6 to 8 months back around getting us listed. So fair launch at this point is already completed. I don't have an exact date or time on for the BSC right away, but the pancake swap listing is gonna happen today.
Oh, it's going to list on PancakeSwap today. That's exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what you thought I was asking. What did you think I was asking?
I thought you're talking about the CACs, and also we are still in discussion, so I didn't have the detail. But the pancake swap, we were earlier supposed to list ourselves yesterday itself, but we had a poll in our Telegram channel where during our MAs, many of the users were of the opinion that we should list ourselves in the pancake swap a day after our fair chain, and some of them were okay with listing us right away after the fair launch. So we just had a poll organized, and I think 54 to 55% of the users were of the opinion that we should list ourselves the day after the fair launch, which is today. So we are going to list ourselves today.
Okay, so that's going to be today. Any specific time where people can be looking forward to it?
I think that specific time is listed, which is not very far away. I think I think we're already there now after this AMA. I'm looking at the time, and right after we complete this AMA, we should already be there listed.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to be listing pretty soon then. That's excellent. I just asked them when the launch time was. He said after we sort of conclude this AMA, they should be around that time is when they're going to be listed. All right, so I would like to dig into your guys' metaverse. I'd like to go into like your NFT collections and your staking pools, but not a whole lot of information on that yet. You guys are going to be mainly focused on getting the testnet out, which, like we said, that's going to be on the 15th of September. The 25th of September is going to be when the mainnet comes out, so that is your guys' main focus right now. Interfi audit and the KYC, we talked about token taxes, the pre-sale allocation. Still don't really know where the supply is going to be coming from for those centralized exchanges. Are you able to let us know what centralized exchange you guys are looking at?
The CACs listing, so we are looking for CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and then there's also we're also looking from a marketing perspective so that we get ourselves listed in the sites like Bloomberg or Nasdaq to that extent. This is our long-term goal, but this is something that we're looking at, of course.
Okay.
So that we can get the word out.
Okay.
You want to create the exchange for me?
Yeah, so Deb, we've been in here for about an hour and 7 minutes. I do have another AMA that's coming up in 50 minutes now. Are you okay with a few community questions maybe before we decide to wrap it up?
That should be okay, yeah.
Okay. Guys, if you want to ask a question, by all means, raise your hand. If you're too shy to talk in the voice chat, put some questions in the text. I'm actually probably just going to start with the text chat questions. There's a lot. So thank you very much, Jedi and RJ Michael, for sort of consolidating those for us. Let me just start out in here, and then I'll unmute maybe a couple people if we have some time here. So Prometheus, you are currently listed on the Binance Smart Chain. Will you be moving your tokens to the mainnet, to your mainnet network, and will you build a bridge to Ethereum? So that's sort of what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Will you be moving your tokens to the mainnet network? Yeah, you're going to be doing that eventually, right, Deb?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to build a bridge to Ethereum. That is not also another thing that we sort of talked about. Yeah, all the EVM compatible chains is where they're sort of going to be doing those bridges to. Julia the Red, what does this project offer that existing DPoS networks do not? Why would developers choose to utilize their tool set that they have provided versus other widely available options?
Well, a good question actually. So DPoS algorithm is being used by other blockchains as well. There's no denying it. They've also quoted a very good number of transactions in their mainnet. The reason we are using it, of course, first thing first, it's the fastest and it has a good speed. Secondly, we have done, our developers rather have done some optimization on top of the algorithm, which is gonna make this stable as well. So we have seen other blockchains using DPoS algorithm where they offer fast transactions, but there's the stability element of it dwindles. This is what we have been focusing on, what we can offer extra. So we are I think I quoted a number around 92,000 to 400,000 transaction per second. This is something that we have tested in our test environment and we have found it to be very stable. So they're going to be the advantage of the fastest algorithm, but at the same time we're going to offer stability.
Okay. Moonfall is her next question. It is unfortunate because not. I'm probably not going to ask that question. Let's be real. Investor Beans, how will extreme changes in valuations or volumes, which can be the positive or what? He's asking about price volatility. That's Moonfall's question and Investor Beans. They're all asking about price volatility. So let me ask you this, just to sort of simplify that. Do you guys have any buyback mechanism where you guys will be buying back into the chart for sustainability? Will you be doing any token burning so that you can add a little bit sustainability? Is there any other mechanisms that will be helping out with that?
The token burning aspect of it would be there. We aren't looking at the buyback at the moment, but the token burning aspect would be there.
The token burning aspect. Okay, let's snowball off of that a little bit. So would there be any point where you stop burning tokens, or would it just go on forever?
No, so we have a limited supply, and as coins we need that much. So as you can see that there's just 100 million of the tokens, whereas some other blockchain comes up with a very big number, and we have a ecosystem to support as well with a lot of dApps coming in. So yeah, so that from that aspect we intend the buyback option we have not thought of right now.
Okay. Franz Matthew, this is getting into some techie stuff, man. I would never be able to answer this. Most DeFis built on the Ethereum blockchain are highly inefficient. How does HyperonChain address this? Also, since you don't charge transaction fee on HyperonChain, I want to know how node validators are rewarded.
So from the at the very beginning, I think this is a very development specific question. We have used a modified algorithm which is gonna support this. Okay. There, like I mentioned, I think in the slide that the preference is given to fee-based transaction. All that we say is we wouldn't say no to a zero-based transaction. If there is zero fees, we intend to process them because we need to offer something more than what existing wallets do. Otherwise, that makes us exactly the same. But there would be a fee-based or a gas-based transaction which would be given preference. And our 21 nodes will validate, but users will participate in voting for the validator selection.
Okay.
So when they participate, they make rewards. Yeah, they are rewarded.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you're done. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So Black Knight's question might sort of spiral into that a little bit. What are the requirements to become a validator on your own chain? As I said, man, I have no idea even how that works.
So we don't have we aren't going with the concept of validators with more stake of coins to more stake of coins getting always to validate the transaction. So this is a consensus or voting based algorithm that we're using, and as such people with just one coin also will be able to participate, and based on the consensus they will get to run the validation. So holding of
Okay.
coins basically.
All right, let me just see here. Yeah, so there's not any more text chat questions, I don't think, other than that one. Let's just unmute a couple people here. Maybe let's just do, are you okay with a couple voice chat questions, Deb, and then we can wrap up?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Let's go to Leo. Leo, you've never spoken on the AMA before, so go ahead, man. Do you have a question? And as always, guys, I'll give you about 10 seconds to figure out your microphone before we move on to the next question. Can't spend a whole lot of time here. Crypto C's. Crypto C's,
Oh,
go
there we
ahead,
go.
man.
Sorry, I forgot it was on stream. What's going on?
That's okay. Hey.
Appreciate you doing the AMAs. You're one of the few people that I can actually like sit back and relax because you're doing a lot of the vetting. So thank you.
Thank you, man.
So your guys' token just went live. Was there any reason why you would mention that like as we're on the AMA and stuff? I figured we were waiting until afterwards.
Is there any reason why I didn't get that bit? Can you come back again?
Your token is live on PancakeSwap right now.
Correct, yeah.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't let us know as we're on the AMA? I'm an investor from the fair launch, so I was just wondering. I know scheduling an AMA around launch is good to create the hype and stuff. Why not I guess piggyback off of that and say, hey, we're about to go live in a few minutes, and then continue taking questions. So I'm just wondering why you wouldn't mention that it's live.
So this okay. I think this information, first thing first, is available in our Telegram channel. But to your point, yes, I think I mentioned during the presentation that we had conducted a poll, and then we had decided that today or the day after the fair launch, we're gonna register ourselves, which is I think this is now 15 or 16 minutes ago. We have already been listed in the PancakeSwap while the MA was going on. If I had explicitly not stressed on that, apologies, but I thought I mentioned about it. So yeah.
Okay. So I like the project. I like what I've seen. I've liked a lot of what I've heard.
Mhm.
There is, some things that weren't answered all the way, which maybe it's a language barrier. Maybe it's just some, it's a project. There's a lot of stuff going on. I get it. Your mind's in a million different places. But based on what you just said, I'm looking at your Telegram right now. And from one of your admins named AMA, said, please let the house be a little bit patient. We'll soon round off the Venom talk and be live. So for investors like myself who are waiting for that launch, there's just a little bit of inconsistency with the team. So I'm already invested. I like the project. I'm hoping this goes far.
Right.
I would recommend that you guys in-house, like your team, kind of get on the same page. And these questions that you're not able to answer, maybe, kind of write those down and put it in a pinned post or something. Because a lot of people listen to these AMAs and, outside of the original, the vetting that we do, through the white paper, through the websites, we kind of get a feel for the people because we're investing in the tech, but we're also investing in the people. So those little inconsistencies on a big project, this is not just a smart contract. This is a blockchain. My recommendation is to get, you guys and your team in the same, on the same page, in my opinion. But other than that, we're live. So let's go.
Yes, so point taken. Yes, this I think there was this element where a lot of false news also comes up at times. So which is why probably admins may have not done some posting right away or allowed people to post right away. But obviously I can check on that. But point taken. Yes, the information or the updates, whatever is going to come forward, will be listed in our Telegram channel as we speak, and also in our other sites like the Twitter or any other official sites. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, and just going forward in general, since you're building a blockchain, just make sure you guys and your team, you guys are on point. You guys have, I mean, for the most part, you guys did answer everything that he had asked. It was just that, you know, the sexless thing as far as supply, that was something I was kind of like, well, that is right. Where those tokens. So if you guys can make a list of the things that were kind of not answered fully, make a pin post, it would go far and above and beyond for those that are serious investors like myself.
Sure. I think there was this 23% team token. I think maybe I may have not touched base on this clearly.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to get caught up on it because we already. Yeah, we already spent
I can
time on
repeat.
it, so.
I can rephrase. Sure. If need be, I can rephrase or I can reply back again now. Of course, there's the official Telegram channel where these questions could also be addressed. Some of this could be maybe from the technical aspect of things. I was not able to reply that well, but yeah, please feel free to post your questions. I'll just take the 23% of team token because I think this question came up a lot. First thing, this token are getting unlocked in a different month, right? Not all tokens are locked in the next month. There's just 7% of that token getting locked. Tokens from the team will be used for activities like, first of all, partnership, if if including as a default blockchain support in Trust Wallet, included in, let's say, if you are included in PSCS blockchain. None of these are for free, right? So we need to invest some tokens there. There's also a CAX listing that we intend to do this week, and there's there is no crypto partnership security, and then there's also salary for the team. To be very transparent, there's also a salary for the team aspect that we need to factor in, because we have just done the fair launch, and these were written as a part of SAFU before the fair launch, so we had no idea to what extent we'll be able to generate. Of course, we kept on. We did a lot of AMAs in our Telegram channel. We did AMAs in the Pink Sale Launchpad platform. But again, you can never be certain, right? So we have kept that percentage. Again, the whole percentage is not received by the team at one go. It's received in fraction, and we have it allocated for all these activities that I just mentioned. Yeah.
Right. No, and I definitely appreciate it. I don't want to take any more time and let someone else speak, especially since we're live now, and I know you probably got some things to do. Sure. But yeah, if you could make a pin post, because it was even hearing you talk about it now was kind of, you know what I mean, not straight direct to the point. So if you can just make a post saying, hey, this is where we plan to get these tokens from, this is what the airdrop is going to go towards, or we have to determine X, Y, and Z to know how many people are going to get airdropped, and this little tiny, these are little things. It's like Venom was saying, it's not huge parts of the supply, but it is things that serious investors are going to wonder about, and if you can reassure those things, I can guarantee you're going to have a shit ton more funds coming in. But I'll stop talking now. Thank you, Venom.
Feedback thank you. There's a feedback I'm going to give to the admin right away, and then this is the information that will be posted in some time in our Telegram group.
Okay,
so a segregation of the percentage and where it's going to get invested upon. As an investor, your confidence in us is of the utmost priority, because as you can see, this is a very if you're looking at the presentation, there's a lot of items that we need to do, and for all of this we need our investors to invest and hold on to it. And so your confidence is of utmost priority. I'll take this point, and I'll ensure that the details of the breakdown is again posted in the official Telegram channel. Thank you. Thank you for your question.
And thank you as well, Venom.
Yeah, thanks, Cryptoseas. Excellent questions, man. Okay, so for the final question, guys, let's go to CoinSlayer if you have one, man. Like I said, we do have another AMA coming up in 35 minutes, so I would like to step out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, can you hear me? Okay, so I want to ask, is it possible to create the fractional NFTs using your NFT workplace? And without any programming language, will it be possible for anyone to create an NFT store and gallery in the metaverse, as well as to show their collection to other players in a more attractive way?
So a short answer for this is yes, it will be. However, as you can see in the timeline, the NFTs and fractional trade, these kind of things are again in the Q1 of 2023, but there is a very small knowledge of programming needed, but nevertheless, there is some aspect of programming involved. I wouldn't say that anyone not having any knowledge of programming can write, such dApps, but I think at some point in the slide, I did mention which is the user side of things. So these are the things which you would be able to do without having a knowledge of programming. But then for these elements like buying, selling, creating NFTs, and for that there would be APIs and some level of knowledge of the programming would be required. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Coinslayer. Okay, so Deb, thank you very much for coming on the AMA, my friend. As I said, I don't have a whole lot of time. We should probably wrap her up. It's been about an hour and a half now. So I am going to end the recording. Before I do that, is there any final words that you wish to say to the Venom community and anyone else that's listening in here right now?
So first thing first, thank you so much for providing us this platform, and obviously we were able to reach out to more people, and we obviously want to get the word out. So thank you so much for this opportunity. There were a lot of good questions that came in, a lot of good questions you asked. I think that the segregation of the percentage, probably that's something that I mentioned we're going to post. Do keep your trust on us. We have a lot of things lined up, and we are working very hard at it. There are very small time gaps which are there, so it's already 30th of August, and within 15th of September we intend to launch our testnet. So there's a lot of things happening. We're also targeting KEX listing, so we are gonna keep the community updated as and when that happens. So it's not that the fair launch is over and you will see the community going silent. There'll be a lot of activity. We'll keep you updated, and keep your trust. Do invest, as the pancake swap has the listing has already started, and I'm pretty sure with all of this which we intend to deliver, your investment is gonna grow many times over. So yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you to the community for asking your great questions, guys. It's unfortunate we couldn't go on for longer. Normally, if we had time, I would just, we'd go for a couple hours if we had time, but we just don't. So we're gonna go on to the giveaways. Deb, if you want to stick around for them, by all means, my friend. It's gonna be very straightforward. If not, I understand that you got stuff to do. You are already live, so probably gonna be in your community. It is what it is, guys. If you want to be involved, okay, man, no worries. And Deb, thank you very much one more time, and we'll see you in your community.
Sure. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.
Take care. As for the giveaways, guys, like I said, that AMA is coming up in half an hour. Not a whole lot of time, so let's just do the number game. We'll get it over with very fast. I haven't handpicked anybody, and like I said, it is 8:30 in the morning for me. We started off very early this morning, so I haven't had time to really look over and figure out who I'm going to pick. So numbers, it's going to be between 200 and 250, guys. 200 and 250 if you guys want to be involved in the giveaway. If you're new to this channel, the only thing that I'm doing here, guys, you just spam some numbers between the brackets that I give. So 200 and 250. If you guess my number and you're within the first 5 people to guess it, I'll give you 0.1 BNB if you manage. So let me go over to DGen Apes here real fast. We'll just do a quick search. Usually you guys get it pretty fast. There's only 50 numbers and there's a lot of 3 happening at 8:30 in the morning this morning. That's insane. Not my best performance for 350 people. Holy crap. Okay. So yeah, DGen Apes, Control F. And let's go for what's going to be my happy number today. Starting with Damien 2, 8:26 a.m. It's 8:27 a.m. Yeah, you guys spammed it about a minute ago, so that's perfect. Damien 2, my number is 222, guys, 222. So Damien 2, Chi Tweet, CC, Rival, and KC. And let's throw one more in there, RO Random Ape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Congratulations, guys. Here we go. I'll post the screenshot, and then I'll also just consolidate the usernames and drop them too. If you're on the usernames or you're in this picture, let me know, guys. Send me your BSC wallet address, and I can get those rewards sent off probably at the end of the second AMA today. As I said, we do have another third AMA coming up at 9 p.m. UTC as well. So I'll do the giveaways in between that time and the second AMA. So let me just go to my text document and go into Venom calls. Here's the comment section, Control V. Here's the picture, guys. If you're on this picture, send me a DM. I'll also just grab the usernames real quick and then we can wrap up. So Degen Apes, Control F, 222. Starting with Damien 2. There we go. Gotcha, brother. You're added into the text document. There we go. After Damien 2, Cheat Tweet. Added in CC. There we go. Rival. Congrats, Rival. Long time no see. KC. And RO Random Ape. There we go. Here's the 6 names, guys. Let me just go back to Venom calls, back to the comment section. There we go. Spam a few times. So one more time, guys, thank you very much for the support. If you didn't get the opportunity to win, guys, just keep showing up. I do handpick people every once in a while. For the 3 AMAs yesterday, I handpicked 15 or 16 different people. So I'm always giving out rewards, trying to disperse it as much as I can. So just keep showing up if that's what you're after. And if you're interested in finding out more information about the upcoming AMAs, make sure to follow me on Twitter because I do update the schedule every single night before I go to bed. We also do giveaways over there. And of course, follow other Venom's Twitter too. 2 different channels, but both linking back to the same Telegram channel as well, because he posts his content, he posts his calls over there, or whatever else he posts as well. And yeah, so half an hour, guys. We have another AMA coming up. I hope to see you there. As I said before, sorry, my voice is a little bit messed up this morning. It is 8:30 a.m., so I'm just sort of rolling out of bed and getting ready. So see you guys in half an hour. If I don't, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, wherever you guys are from. Love you all. Take care, and see you guys very soon.
That wraps up our morning. Jaren, are you still there?
I'm still here too.
You said go sees. What do you mean? Oh, when I was talking?
No,
I'm here.
for the drawing, for the contest.
Oh, for the numbers?
For the BNB, yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, if I wanted, I would just give it to someone else. But yeah, so yeah, they launched. I didn't like that. We're like literally on an AMA, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, pretty much after this AMA, and then you'll see on their wow, sorry, I don't like the colors are messing with me. So Hyperion.
You know what? I think I said
I've actually addressed this here. That's awesome. So right here is where they said, please let the house be a little bit patient. We will soon round off the Venom talk and be live. So they're saying as soon as the AMA is done, we'll go ahead and be live. So that's a disconnect in the team. You know, they're not trying to just do some other Dogecoin or meme coin or something to where you don't really need cohesiveness in the team. They're trying to create a blockchain. So that to me is like, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I didn't say it on there, but I got out of most of my position. I still left some. I got out of most of my position since it's low tax anyways. If the tax was higher, I probably would have just held it and been like, screw it, whatever happens, happens. But the tax was so low that like I sold somewhere like in the median here. So I sold some of my bag here, but I guess we'll see if it dips a little bit more, and then I'll probably buy more because that has potential. But that was the one thing that I didn't like is like, you know, if I was doing a launch or something and I said, hey, it's not going to launch until after this AMA, that thing ain't launch until after the AMA, or we're going to have serious problems. You know what I mean? So,
man, I realized I think I might have just sent my wrong token money BNB to the Skylabs contract address I got. Accidentally.
wait, you did what?
I said I was looking at my Skylab, the better. I think I used the wrong contract address.
Why?
Because when this one the one I think I just clicked on the wrong link on their site. I think I sent their BSUSD over BNB.
Nah, that's probably a scam, man.
Yeah, I know. I thought I did the pinned one, but apparently not.
Yeah, no, you definitely need to make sure you're not the only person. And you have to make sure that you're in that one, and that's it. If people can add you to groups, they're gonna add you to scam groups. They're gonna message you. So if you don't have folders up, your thing's probably looking like this, where just anything comes up and you're like, oh, that's Skylabs. Oh, that's Skylabs, but it's really not the real Skylabs.
Yeah, you know what? I was in the Skylabs and I was in the Skylabs and I was deleting the ones that was getting the whole period is. And I thought I was pushing the pin ones, and I think I just clicked on the wrong link in that lab. I think
In here, no, there wouldn't be any wrong links.
because I was pretty
Oh, they
certain.
might have had, yeah, they could have had the original link that was no
Yeah, I
longer
think it was-
good, because then they gave you the new one, the new contract. Remember, C's?
I think I used the old link.
I'll use the old one. Oof.
Yeah, I think accidentally, because I was just looking into my BNB, the contract for the BSC scan, and it's a different contract address. It sucks. I put a nice little bag in there too.
Yeah, Julie, did you use this sticker in the other Telegram in
Yep.
Nindojo? Okay. Yeah, if you put a 0.01, whatever, don't worry. I got some BNB coming to you and Ramirez. So on these gambles, just put a 0.01 and just act like it's already lost, because
Yeah, that's what I
it goes
did.
from when it goes from 1,000 to let's say it hits 50,000 market cap, then that 0.01 is now half a BNB, and you can do a lot with a half a BNB. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it might, out of 10 calls, it might only have two of them that do that or get close to doing that. So it'll definitely be worth it. Don't worry. See, I know the duties. One of the things you have to be careful with those stealths is that the dev is safe, like won't rug the project. So I know that dude won't, but it doesn't mean that it'll live, because then some people just sell it for no reason, even though it's super, super low. So, but yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here. I gotta do my workout before I gotta take my girl to the doctor. But yeah, how'd you guys enjoy the morning between crypto and Forex?
Yeah, that was good. And I
it?
like
Forex
how,
not the same
yeah.
thing? Awesome.
It's a good
And
mix.
how
Of,
they- Go ahead.
Are you saying, Jerry?
it was a good mix.
Yeah, good mix. Good mix. I'm thinking Euro. If Euro passes this is on the hourly, so if Euro passes the 87.5 or closes bullish above this red candle, we're gonna trash it. We're not gonna take that AUD. And also, I want you guys to set up demo accounts, specifically demo accounts with FTMO. So I'll record like a short little video, but make sure you guys get that set up. I'm doing tomorrow too, the same thing, Forex and crypto. So make sure you guys have your demo accounts. I want you guys to start taking these trades and getting the muscle memory and not just marking up. Marking up is, half of the story, but then the emotion of being able to click the buttons and MetaTrader 4 and stop loss and all that stuff. I want to make sure you guys are getting familiar with.
Okay.
All right.
I
I'll put it in here. Why is it logging me in? Okay, I guess it's just right on the website.
All right, I'm out. Thanks, C's.
No problem.
See
Have a
you, Jer.
wonderful day. Talk to
You
you
too.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What account is this? FTM.
FTML. Yeah, it's for prop traded fund.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I was gonna use with FX Eagle, but you saying this is better or?
These guys will actually fund you if you pass their challenge. They'll fund you like
Oh,
50,000, 100,000, and then you share in profits. So obviously, you can make a lot more. You know, let's say like we're making 10% a week or something, right?
Right.
We make more with Zoid, but let's say we're making 10% a week. 10% on 100,000 is 10,000. Whereas if you're on a $500 account, it's $50.
right. Now, how long is the trial? The how long before they fund you? Was it 3 months or something like that?
No, once you do the challenge, you have to complete the challenge, I think, in a month. I think it's like 2 months, and then the third month they fund you. I believe.
Okay. I think I'm not having good luck. I'm not good luck. I haven't had many winners yet with some of these call outs.
Yeah, no, it's been up and down.
Yeah, I think I went into the last what the Skylab was my bad because I did the wrong contract address. MetaWire, nothing happened.
Yeah, MetaWire kind of just fizzled though.
And then I think it was a Penny or no, Dev is Grimace.
Oh yeah, that was a gamble. So those gamble ones, you should only put a 0.01, which is like $3. Treat it like a scratch off. Don't even like worry about it, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I did. I think do we have Penny as well?
Yeah, Penny's more of a long-term one. Yeah, sometimes I mean with the markets, sometimes you're like if we get even if we got one like the Alvi chain, which was like 100x, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you didn't get into that, then it's like, oh shit, you take some of these losses, but there's gonna be another one that'll pop off for 20, 30x. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about the law of average, just like trading.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's just I figured while I'm waiting for this stuff to come with my business aspect, I might as well just dive deep into trading and get more efficient at it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm putting this part as my schedule.
So yeah, but my daily. Yeah, nothing else. Hyperion launched. So I think tomorrow there's some decent ones, but I'll keep you updated. I'll put it in the chat.
Cool. Yeah. Hey man, how's your workouts going, man?
Good, man. I'm feeling fucking amazing. I did two. I woke up and did a walk immediately yesterday. Then I went and played basketball for like 30, 45 minutes before Skylab's launch. And then I went last night from like 8:30 to 10. I worked out, did some arms, and then played basketball again. Right. So I'm about to go figure out what I'm going to do today because I got to leave in about 2 hours to take her. to her doctor appointment. So I'm gonna figure out what workout I'm gonna do, and then I'm going to the gym later with my brother.
Okay. Are you losing weight as well, or you?
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I'm feeling fucking amazing. My weigh-ins are on Thursdays or on Fridays.
Okay. How's your diet?
What?
What are you eating for your diet?
My diet? I just what is that shit called? Did some meal prep.
Okay.
So I did yesterday I made some chicken teriyaki with stir-fried veggies, and then I used jasmine rice, but like small portion.
Right.
So I got 2 more of those. So I ate last night. Obviously, I ate some of that last night, but I'm stopping eating by like 7. Definitely by 8 o'clock is a hard cutoff, but I'm trying around 7, and I'm not eating or taking calories in until 12. Okay. So I got about 15 more minutes, and I want some coffee.
Right. You know what I did that worked really well for me? I went on like a salad lunch cleanse. So what I did was I bought, you know, those salad bags you can buy like at the store.
Yeah.
What I ended up doing was I bought like a chicken Caesar salad. I bought a Caesar salad, and then I ground up some chicken, and I ate that every day for lunch. And what it did was when I ate it consistently for a couple of days, it almost became like a laxative, and it started cleaning out my system.
What, just salad?
Yeah, I had a chicken Caesar. I got the Caesar salad.
Mm-hmm.
I buy like chicken strips, and I just grill it up a little, put it in there, and I ate pretty much the whole bag.
You're talking about the grilled chicken strips?
Yeah, like you could buy it at. I'm tripping. I thought I was on the phone for a minute. I literally grabbed my phone and started walking away from my computer.
Well, here, yeah, I'll call you on the phone. Let me get off of this. I'll call you right back.